Without any further ado, I think it's the funniest. Wait, let me back up. Voted most funniest comic in Denver, Jeremy Cash.
Thank you. Does anybody else think that was a fake intro? He was just like reaching for words. This next guy, so funny. I recently started going to therapy, you guys. Kind of surprised some of my friends. They were like, we had no idea that you had $200. That last joke was voted funniest joke ever told at Battery 621 today. AOL is ending their dial-up service, which sucks because I've been downloading a picture of Pamela Anderson for the past 28 years. It was at 98%. I was so close. That right there was the second funniest joke. I was hooking up with my sex robot the other night. Yeah, things were going real good, and then all of a sudden she's just like, I need you to identify a bunch of motorcycles. Really ruined the mood. I don't know. I'm growing a beard. I just got tired of people asking me how things were going, you know? I'm like, look at my face. I'm going through some shit. You guys, you ever catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and just think, wow, I got to do the rest of my life looking like this? This is fucked. I work at the whistle factory. Yeah, we make whistles. And there's an alarming amount of corruption at the whistle factory. But I have no idea how to expose it. My buddy's like, why don't you just become a whistleblower? I'm like, yeah, right, I'm in marketing. I'm not going to take a pay cut over this. Trump just passed the big, beautiful bill. Is it just me, or is that a really good name for a drag queen? He also bombed Iran and demanded peace. I didn't know you could do that. That's kind of like telling everybody that you're not kinky through a microphone that's in your ass. I'm not kinky, but I did just invent a new sex move. It involves bells and treats. Yeah, it's called Pavlov's doggy style. You guys will see it one day. I feel like nothing is real in 2025, you know? It's either AI or a deep fake or cake. People are afraid that AI is going to take their job, so I've actually been fighting back. I've been doing jobs that machines already do. Yeah, I recently became a real-life fire detector. Yeah, I go to your house and I tell you if anything's on fire. And then if it is, we go from there. I also deliver food. Yeah, people aren't buying whistles like they used to. Comedy is my side hustle, but DoorDash, that's my passion. The other day I had a delivery from the Olive Garden, which sucked because the guy got the never-ending soup, salad, and breadsticks. Yeah, I've been up for 13 days, all right? As soon as this is over, I gotta go meet a man in a parking lot, feed him bread, no eye contact. Worst thing is, he makes me call him DoorDaddy. I'm like, please, Travis, not tonight. I'm so tired. The other day I was on delivery. When I got to the guy's house, he had a picture of a gun and a sign that said, "We don't call 911." And I was like, this is why I dash, baby. He took his time getting to the door, opened it kind of slowly, and when I went to hand him his food, he collapsed on the ground, started having a seizure. And I was like, it's too bad you don't call 911. I always like doing this show because, like, you have this, like, really good exit route. I'm trying to go viral, all right? Make sure you capture it. I just started a business. They say the average business fails in the first 2 years. I was like, I could do it in one. Yeah, in my never-ending quest to help pirates quit smoking cigarettes, I've invented the nicotine eye patch. It's all the R, none of the tar. What do you think? I recently became a minimalist. That's a life hack. Instead of telling people you're poor, just tell them you're a minimalist. Sometimes people come over to my apartment and they're like, hey man, where's all your stuff? I'm like, oh, stuff? No, I don't believe in none of that. They say the first million is the hardest, and I am struggling with it. I recently found out that I'm inheriting a quarter of a house. I hope it's the laundry room. This is the funniest comic in Denver. They're like, I don't believe you. That's a lie. I've actually been hitting on women at the thrift store lately. Yeah, the way I see it, if you're already in the market for used socks, maybe I bring something to the table. I don't know. I went on a date the other day. It went pretty good. I walked the lady back to her house. She was like, I don't know what it is about you, but I just feel so safe right now. I was like, that's probably because I've been wearing a condom all day. Yeah, then she said, I no longer feel safe. I used to live in downtown Denver. We had a bunch of homeless people living on my front porch. It got to be a real problem. So what I did is I started a GoFundMe account. I raised $25,000, and I used that money to move to Golden. I'm originally from a small town upstate New York, very liberal and progressive. Right before I moved, we decided we're no longer going to say fireman in my town anymore because it's too sexist. Which is weird because now everyone just says flamers. I'm like, that's worse. You know, for such a homophobic group, the Proud Boys sure picked a pretty gay name. Shit, we got Proud Boys here tonight. I tend to lean to the left politically and to the right phallically, so. My buddy recently came out, and it's great, I support him, but he's a janitor, so every day he goes into work, it's just right back in the closet. There are a lot of differences between New York and Colorado, though. Like, in Colorado, we say stuff like, "Behold the majestic crested butte." But in New York, we just say, "She got a fat ass." They say if you don't like the weather in Colorado, just wait 10 minutes and your edible will kick in. You guys are like, we've been at this weed show for an hour and a half. They're fucking kicked in. They recently decriminalized all the drugs in Portland, Oregon. I got a buddy who lives out there. He got pulled over the other night with a bag of cocaine. Now, the cops let him keep the coke, but he is doing a year for the plastic bag, so. I went to a climate change protest the other day, but I couldn't find any parking, so I just drove around for 15 hours. Did you guys not get it, or you just don't like it? All right, don't answer. That's fine. I'm moving in with my brother. He's an artist, and I'm a comedian, so I just think it's going to make things easier for my mom to just write the one rent check every month. I used to live with a wealthy French man. People would ask, they'd be like, "Hey, is he like your sugar daddy or something?" I said, "No, he is my creme brulee papa." I don't have kids, but if I ever do, I'm going to homeschool them. Because if they're going to get bullied, I want to do it. I just finished paying off my student loans, you guys. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, it's great after 19 years to finally have that associate's degree under my belt. I was at the Home Depot the other day. They had a sign that said, "Now hiring associates." And I was like, I am fucking ready. Let's go. I recently started intermittent fasting. I am doing the 6 in 6 method. Every 6 minutes, I get to eat for 6 seconds. It's chaos. I'm also doing a 30-day challenge right now. I'm seeing if I can make it through the next 30 days. Damn, when you guys don't like jokes, it's like you're all connected. Okay, everybody don't laugh starting right now. That's because you all co-work here and you have that kind of bond. Clap it up if you co-work here. Is anybody, 2 guys? How did you guys wander in? Can anybody hear me? I feel like I've asked at least 4 questions. Oh, man. Anytime I go to the gym, the next day I get an email asking me how likely I am to recommend it to another person from 0 to 10, and it's always 0. Not because I don't like the gym, but how do you even bring that up in conversation, you know? The other day I was out to lunch with this new friend. She was telling me about her trip to Costa Rica, how she tried ayahuasca for the first time. I was like, that's nice. But have you ever tried the lat pull down at Planet Fitness? I don't like the gym because everybody's in such good shape. I find that intimidating. I feel like every gym should have to hire one guy that just sucks at working out. Make you feel better about your progress. And then I looked down at the 22 pounds I was about to bench, and I was like, oh shit. I'm definitely that guy. I overheard some bros talking about birth control the other day. Plan B specifically. Now, I've never needed Plan B. That's because my Plan A is to do stand-up comedy every day for the rest of my life. I recently got a neck tattoo on my penis. It's a tattoo of a neck. With my ex-girlfriend's name on it. Sometimes people are like, why don't you just get a real neck tattoo? I'm like, yeah, right, then I'll have a dick on my neck. I've been doing comedy for 10 years. 2 more and I get to see my family again. I can't wait. I actually recently took a little break from comedy, but stand-up's kind of like riding a bike. Nobody wants to fuck you. I was closing out a show the other night, and one of the audience members left a review of the venue and had some words to say about my set, which I would like to share with you now. He said, I went out to comedy night in search of a chuckle or two. The first 3 comics were all hilarious, but then the bald piece of shit headliner really crossed the line when he made a tasteless joke about a Parkinson's fundraiser at a Shake Shack. And I was like, did this guy just call me a headliner? Fuck yeah. All right.